Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Nier Reincarnation, let's talk about the new high difficulty endgame content, the Recollections of Dusk, or the RD quests, as I will call them. And then I actually made a different video. I was talking about the menus and how the stages are set up, and then how to work the thing where your characters and weapons get, or costumes and weapons get used up. But then I went through it and then I unlocked everything. And I was like, that wasn't so bad. Probably most people could muck through it and then just kind of figure it out for themselves how the stuff works. So instead I'll just show this. This is my clear of the final normal boss where I can unlock the new Theo costume. And then I can just talk about what worked for me going through here. And then what I liked and what I didn't like about going through. I guess I could talk about what I didn't like, which is pretty much the same as everyone else. It's spending all the time in the team screen in order to, set your weapons and all of that stuff. The trouble, I think, is that every door that you go through, it features another character that you must use, and you can use a different costume from there. And then there's different elements, and then there's different weapons which get the buffs that you need. So you kind of can't even save a team comp, except for this one where you fight the Theo boss. So yeah, just the way that the levels are set up, you have to change your team every time anyway. But on the positive side, it was fun to use costumes or weapons that I don't usually use. Like here we can see I'm using Abstract Demus. I mean, I use him all the time, but yeah, he was really useful for these boss fights because his blind on his character skill will work on the boss. But I also used a lot of 3-star weapons. I evolved them to 4 stars, and they were pretty good. I felt like the team setup that was the most reliable was to have a healer in there. Ideally, it would be a character skill heal plus a weapon skill heal. But I didn't always have, team heal weapons. So I'd have to get creative. I would have to use Nier 063Y for some provoke, and that would get me through with a character skill heal. Or I would use Anniversary Demus for the defense buff. And then one thing that I think we saw more of was stun, and then also the barriers that we see here, where I can't hit Theo. And then what I did when those kinds of gimmicks came up, I would just stop using skills, except for heals. Wait for that to wear off, or like in the case of stun, I would stop using skills and wait for the normal attacks to kind of eat up the stun, and then act. And that turned out okay. It'll be interesting to see future characters, like if that room where you go through the 5 doors, if it will change per character. With Argo, maybe it'll be a snowy kind of a rocky room, rather than this red fallen leaves here. And I felt like overall, the difficulty of these RD quests was not as high as Stray Scarecrows or the challenge quest that we just had. This was more kind of like an account check rather than a skills thing. But all of the skills that we've worked on up to now, chains or targeting or order of skills, all those things that we've used up to now came in handy here. But yeah, it didn't feel as stressful as the challenge quest, for example. Alright, so here I didn't really do a lot of chaining, and then I had some kind of bad luck with targeting on my Theo, so we just barely got the clear there. At the final boss, it was much more smooth, because I did go for more chaining. But yeah, in these boss fights, versus Fio boss fights, I was able to use my Dragon Guard, Fio, and she was great as a healer. I used the fire party heal staff. I pulled that just the other day, so that's perfect timing there. And then I was able to use kind of like 1.5 attackers with her. And this is very cool, that we get the animation to get the new character. Makes them feel more special. Alright, there's Fio, very cool. My best attacking Fio, since I don't have the Abyssal version. Okay, that was fun to go through. I'm expecting the very hard difficulty level to be the most difficult content in the game. That's the way that they talked about it in a recent livestream. Okay, that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.